If you guys are looking for a fast, cheap, and reliable place to buy FIFA coins, go on over to igsky.com, use code BFORD for 8% off your total order. Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel. This is a video I've been wanting to do for the longest of time, and I'm finally bringing it to you. It's going to be how to get your My Player up to the highest rated player possible, guys. These are going to be tips, tricks that are so easy. You guys can get to around an 80 overall by your first season, if not more. If you guys watch my current My Player career mode, we're only just starting our second season and we're an 85 overall, which is crazy. So I'm going to tell you guys basically how to do the same thing. And before we get started, guys, if you want to drop a like on this video, I will be uploading another episode of my Player career mode tomorrow. If you haven't seen that series, I would recommend go checking it out. A link is down below in the description. These are all tips and tricks that any of you guys can do. Even if you have old gen consoles, you guys can basically get your My Player rated very, very high. So let's get into this. And the first thing is very, very easy. Right when you go into the mode, there is this attribute boost that I believe is available to everyone. And now you can do this and you'll get +5 on all of your attributes. This is a great way to start your My Player. If you don't use this, you'll start at around a 66 overall, and with this boost, your My Player will begin at around a 71 overall. So it's a really, really easy way to, boost your My Player, guys. It's so easy. You just click it, and then you advance in to the My Player career mode. So any of you guys doing this, I would recommend doing this. It's very easy, guys. Of course, all you gotta do is click one button and you get a huge advantage on all your attributes. So yeah, go on and do that. And with that being said, we're gonna head into step number 2 here, and it's just the accomplishment features here, guys. Check out all the accomplishments. Some of them are very, very easy to do, and you can get them done within maybe the first 10 games. Some of them within the first game of your career. We'll go into this a little bit more in depth on some of the ways you kind of abuse the accomplishment settings and level up your player very, very high rated. We'll get into that in a second, but first, this next feature is just going to be people on the next gen console. It is the training feature, guys. Now, training is a great way to go on and rank up your My Player. I'm going to tell you 3 drills that help you, level up the most. The first one is timing the penalty. This is the hard one. The difficulty is on hard. The second one is distance shooting, and the third one is going to be El Rondo. Now, the other 2 drills you're going to probably want to just simulate, because a lot of the drills that involve dribbling and defending, the hard ones, are very, very hard to do, hence the name hard. So add those drills and you'll just end up simulating them at the end. But the first 3 drills you're going to want to go on and actually do yourself each and every time, because these 3 drills are very, very easy to do. Even though they say hard, they're so freaking easy. Timing the penalty, distance shooting, and El Rondo. If you guys do these 3 drills, for the first 2 months of your My Player career mode, you'll already up your finishing, your penalties by a couple of points, other things such as your long shots, your passing, and all you have to do for the first drill, for the penalty one, is just make penalties, guys. You don't even have to hit the targets. You just have to make the penalties. As you guys can see, easy enough. I get an A rating. The second one is distance shooting, which is a little bit harder, but it should be easy enough to at least get an A or a B on. As you guys can see, I ended up getting a B on this drill. And as we move along to the third drill, it's so easy. It is the El Rondo drill. You just have to pass and basically avoid the one defender. As you guys can see there, I get an A rating. We're going to go back to the main screen here, see our results, and look how much my finishing, my penalties, look how much all of that goes up by, guys, just by doing one drill. Now, the other 2 drills you can try on your own, but I wouldn't recommend it. They're pretty hard to do. You could probably do better than those 2 Fs I got, but those drills are pretty hard to do. I'm not gonna lie, when you're first starting your My Player career mode, but that's a great tip. Try those 3 drills. Do them each and every week, guys. You will be getting your player up to a 72, 73, 74 in no time. Up next, guys, we're going back to the accomplishment screen, and this is something that people ask me a lot. How can I level up my Player? This is one of the easiest things to do. We're gonna go all the way down here to the bottom, and look at this. You can simply level up your My Player by playing games, guys. You play 10 games, you get +1 ball control. You play 30 games, +1 ball control. All of this, if you play games you will simply get accomplishments and be able to rank up your My Player. So yeah, even if you're not performing well in the actual games, guys, all you have to do is complete the matches, and I believe even if you just go into the game and sub yourself out right away, it will count as a completed match. So that's kind of a little cheat right there, guys. If you want to level yourself up a little bit quicker, just go into games, simulate it, or request a substitution straight away, and you will complete matches, guys, and you will eventually, you know, just rank up that way. Or I would recommend actually just playing the games. And here is another way to actually abuse this system. This is a way to get 5-star skills very, very quickly. Fake shots do fake shots. You will get accomplishments simply by beating other players with skill. So if you beat a player with a fake shot, bang, that is beating one player with skill. And if you do that 100 times, you will eventually get yourself 5-star skills. That's kind of a little trick I've learned, guys. So do a lot of fake shots and a lot of low skill moves like step overs and ball rolls. Here's another way to level up your play here. This is passing, and basically just pass the ball around, guys. Each pass you complete will, you know, eventually lead up to accomplishments. I believe if you get 100 passes, 200 passes, 500 passes, 1,000 passes in your career, you get accomplishments for all of those. And it's a simple way, a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie, just passing it around the defense. But over time, just by passing normally in games, you should be able to complete these objectives and targets. So yeah, just pass the ball a lot, guys. It's a great way to just get a high match rating, as you can see in the top right hand corner. Just by passing the ball around, the rating will go up. And yeah, so a couple of tricks and cheats right there to help level up your My Player. Let's move on to the next one, and this one is kind of what I talked about before, guys. Just by going into the game and basically requesting a substitution straight away, not only will this count as a completed match, but also there are certain accomplishments where if you ended the game with a lower or above, I believe, 50% stamina, you will get accomplishments. So if I did that 10 more times, guys, I would get the awards for completing 10 matches, for completing 10 games with 50% or more stamina left. So do that 10 times, you will get higher rated. I know it's kind of boring, or you could simply just play the games, which is what I recommend, but this is kind of like a little cheat or a trick, guys, I would recommend to some of you. And by doing that, just doing that 10 games and then also doing the training, you should be up to maybe around like a 75 overall. Doing that for 10 games, guys, very, very easy tip and trick to do. Let's move on to something else. This is another sort of, you know, recommendation to do, especially if you're starting with a very, very big team. It may become necessary for you guys to actually go out on loan, which I would recommend. Say you're starting at a Real Madrid or a Man United, you're not going to get much playing time playing for a huge club like that. So going out on loan could be a good solution for you to get more playing time. Also, this will help you take PKs, take free kicks, which is also going to then help you rank up in those categories. So if you're at a bigger club, or even if you're at a mid-level club, I would suggest going out on loan just so you can take PKs and take free kicks, because that's one thing you can't do in the My Player mode. You can't request to take a penalty, you can't request to take a free kick. Now, one thing that does happen when you go out on loan is that all your previous work in a training has kind of been reset. So say you were really, really close to upping your finishing by 1 point. Well, once you go out on loan, all of that resets and goes back to what it was originally at, which kind of stinks. You have to restart the training. Only downside to being transferred or going out on loan. Now, up next, guys, this is another thing that could be very, very helpful to you guys, and this is something that you guys should probably know. Now, a lot of people ask me how they can't basically unlock some of the accomplishments, which is there's a good reason for it. This is the reason. Say you're a striker, which I am. Some of the accomplishments require you to play at a certain position. So right here, this Player of the Month award, you must win Player of the Month as a midfielder. So if you're a striker, it isn't possible for you to get this accomplishment, which I think EA needs to change, guys, because it means that you can't basically unlock every single accomplishment because they don't have a feature which allows you to switch positions. I think this is something that they really need to change. Now, another sort of, not really a cheat or a trick, this is just a common knowledge that people ask me about. These objectives right here, the season, the league objectives really don't mean anything, guys. Now, completing these won't get you to a higher rated player. It won't do anything. I don't even know what these are for, to be honest, because if you fail all of them, it won't mean anything. They'll just be erased when the next season is over. So once again, I'm not really sure why those are there. Some people have asked me about that in the past, and this is my final recommendation to you guys. Simulating games in this way, as you can see right here, does not help you earn a higher rating, guys. Doing this, just simulating games, it won't do anything for your player. It won't count as a completed match. It won't count as anything. So if you're gonna do this, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend it. And for now, that is going to be it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I've been meaning to make this video for a long time because people are always asking how I get my player to the highest rating possible. Last year, I ended up getting my player to around a 93 overall, I believe. I know it's possible to get it higher, and I know there probably are some cheats and glitches out there where you can glitch your player to a 99 overall, which is kind of boring, guys. I don't know why you would do that, but I'm not sure if it's in this game. I know it was in FIFA 16 last year, but that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Kind of a little bit different from what I normally do. We'll be back tomorrow with a regular My Player career mode. We'll see you then. Peace.